You underestimated the people. You took a gamble and you lost.
Okay, we don't like this. Okay, well then we're going to do this, and that is just how it's going to be.
Evidence brought to light that there is a corrupt officer, or that that officer did shoot that kid on purpose.
I don't care how I look, I don't care how I sound, I don't care what the beat is. I just care the message gets across.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time, whatever place you're in. Hello, peace. Listen, there's a lot of things happening around the world right now that has a lot of people worried. A lot of events, and a lot of blame, and a lot of finger pointing, and it's because of this, or it's because of this, or it's this group specifically, or against this group, or it's just more confusion. Understand that whatever's happening was gonna happen. This is not about events as, individuals. It's about an event on a global scale. And there's no stopping what's happening. The only thing we can change really is how we react, how we feel, or how we express the things we are feeling, and what channels we take to express them. What we do, our actions, our choices from this point forward. Do we love, and do we protect, or do we fear, and do we attack? Can't stop what's happening, but we can kind of look at it and explore it and just see. And I have had a few thoughts, and I want to share these with you. A person who's guilty of something will often use a misdirection technique to throw that guilt at someone else. And it could be used on multiple levels, and we often think of it as like a tiny little, I don't know, immature kind of thing, right? Like it's so known that most serious liars don't use it. You know what I mean? So we gotta understand something. Everything that we know, we're supposed to know, whether it be from a higher source or from worldly sources, whether it be from friends or anything. And there's no real way of sorting out which is truth and which is false. We can only seek within our hearts, using whatever higher power or whatever technique you use, and we can decide in our truth, is it morally good or wrong. So let's say, I'm just going to use these. Look, I'm going to throw out some names, Trump and Hillary, because it just goes so confusing to see things, but just hear me out, alright? What we know of Hillary is that she's corrupt and shady and lies secrets. This is no secret. We've known this for a while. We've known this since she's ran, and it's been there. And we also know Trump, he wears his sins on his sleeve while Hillary hides hers. Alright, so we know this, and we know that from before, or we suspect, and some people say they know, but anyways, that the elections are rigged. We've known this also for years too. They take votes from dead citizens, and it's just a mess. So, what's the best way to take suspicion that an election is rigged for you? You point and say the election is rigged for you. And in the case of the elections, it was Donald pointing and saying the election is rigged for you, Hillary, with all these other shady lies and shady secrets. So we jump on that, okay? And opinions are made, and thoughts are made, and things happen. We jump on that, and there's more suspicion, right? And we say, okay, Trump can't win, or the election's rigged, and whatever. But what if this whole plan all along was to get our suspicion of Hillary and to rig it for Donald? What if? I mean, we can go in a bunch of different angles here. We have prophecies online, you know, of like Israel and America from an alliance going to bring in the end of the world and whatnot, which is from the video on YouTube from the Israel Prime Minister or President or whatever, congratulating Donald Trump, and you know, he's really excited. That kind of sent shivers. Listen, it doesn't matter what's rigged for who or what's rigged for who. It's gonna happen. Whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. But there's a lot of things you gotta look at too. It's a shift. World, feelings, consciousness is shifting. And what is happening now has been in the making for a long time, and you should not be fearful of it. In fact, you should embrace it, because this is something whatever's happening is something we get to witness in our lifetime. We get experience. You know, some of us dream of this, and some of us fear it. Through destruction, there's creation. We as ourselves. Some people know this to be true. I myself know this as my truth. I did not experience a spiritual awakening until I was low, until I was at my lowest. I was suffering. Through suffering, we find that. We're suffering. The world is suffering. And if we could only channel what we're feeling into the right way, into the right, so that, you know, we can experience something on a mass level. This isn't a shift for bad, this is a shift for good, depending on how you react to it. And this is the domino effect, by the way. Martial law from Obama or whatever, these little tests and, you know, all these little conspiracies, Jade Helm and whatnot. This is perfect, because all these riots around the city, this is a perfect domino to hit and next and hit and next, and whatever events those may be, one after the other, martial law, things are going to happen. And it's so, so important that you fight properly. Be angry. Be mad at the establishment. But channel that anger through love, through wanting to protect your family and your friends, and not wanting to attack because you're scared. And yes, there is a difference. Please, my friends, I beg you, in these future times to come, always remember that your anger needs to be directed the right way, and you need to not fear the future. Embrace this shift that is happening, and do what you can to increase that love around you. Find more love around you. In your life right now, you have sources of love. Imagine them like pillars. Each source of love, like we say, from your mom or your dog or your or a place, or it could be anything. That source where you feel that love, that's a pillar in your house. What I ask of you now is to seek more love and build more pillars in your house. So if one may crumble, your house still stands, and your foundation will remain strong. This isn't the time for blaming and pointing fingers and being angry. This is the time to come together as one human people. I'm not saying that, you know, you can't be scared. Some things are going to scare you, yeah. Some things are going to scare you. But you have love all around you. And sometimes we're so worried about the fear that we don't see these sources of strength and love in front of us. And they're there waiting for us to seize it. What history has shown us, what we know to be true, is that fear has been the #1 uniting tool of man. And that's not because man does not know of love. It's because man knows too little of love. Love is so powerful that you get a glimpse and you think you've experienced all it has to offer, so you don't seek more. Love is complex and powerful. Fear is powerful but simple. Fear can spark so many things, but love can only fix them. So let's change history this time and unite, not with the fear of being destroyed, but with the hope and love of coming together and building a new world. We're all in this together, my friends. Blood, bone, and meat. We will survive. Much love and peace be with you.